Dear customers, today we are going to see the pneumatic actuator of Indus. Comes with SpinPro multi-step speed controller, and the working and maintenance of pneumatic actuator is explained in this video. Normally this controller along with this pneumatic actuator used with G5 bar 1 ring frame or the ring frames which are running with variator drives are normally fitted with this pneumatic actuator. Most commonly you can able to see this actuator in G5 bar 1 model ring frames. So here the configuration of this pneumatic actuator consists of 3 solenoid coils, 2 flow control valves. You can able to see here, one is here, the other one is here on the top left, and 3 solenoid coils are properly marked here, S1, S2 and S3, and a small PCB, control PCB for LED indication, and the proper electrical connectors are properly marked as well. So here this pneumatic actuator is properly controlled by the speed controller. Indus SpinPro E9, 9A or other old models also uses the same pneumatic actuator. The pneumatic actuator working is explained now. See, you can able to see solenoid coil S1, this is for speed increment, S2 is for speed decrement purpose, S3 is for power failure air release purpose. So 3 solenoid coils and 2 flow control valves works according to the control received from SpinPro controller. The inlet air is fed through the leftmost part that enters into the solenoid coil 1. Once it is switched on, it passes through flow control valve and it goes via S3 and enters cylinder to increase the speed. As I said, S1 is for speed increment. Once the SpinPro gives command for this solenoid coil, it will increase the speed. The S2 is used for speed reduction. In case the speed needs to be reduced, the SpinPro will give command to the S2 coil and the S1 will switch it off, S2 will get switched on, so the air pressurized valve will pass through the S3 and it flows via S2 and it releases to the atmosphere in a controlled manner via this flow control valve. So this either one will be switched on at a time or both will be switched off. Once the set speed is reached, both S1 and S2 will be switched off. S1 for increment, S2 for speed decrement. Whenever required, then only it will be activated, or otherwise most of the time it will be switched off state only. S3 will be always in on status. Whenever the delta contactor is switched on, S3 will get power. Whenever the delta contactor loses power, that means power failure occurs, this coil will get switched off, the air will be automatically released so that the machine will reach the minimum starting speed. So these are the configuration. Now I am going to explain how this works. Now you can see the SpinPro, the set speed is 9000 rpm, running speed is 2000 something is there. It's a demo kit, so we are increasing this. Now the SpinPro is increasing the speed by activating this relay. So now the S1 is activated, the air flows via like this, it enters like this. So everyone has a small doubt, what is the right pressure to be fed to the cylinder. So this is, you can feel, this is a thumb pressure technique. Whenever the air slightly pushes your thumb up, that is the required pressure, that pressure is sufficient. Once you feed this to the cylinder, you can able to see the cylinder moves very smoothly to increase the speed. You can able to see the cylinder now moving towards inside. It pushes the variator in, so the speed will automatically goes up. Once the set speed is reached, both the coils will be shut off, and again it needs to increase the speed. Again it raising the speed. You can able to see the movement of the cylinder. So in case if you want to reduce the speed, you can able to see the S2 is switching on. That means the air from the cylinder flows reverse via this S3 coil and it goes to this T. Already S1 is shut off, so the air cannot pass through this way. It goes up and reaches S2. Now S2 is on and the air flows out via this flow control valve. This also done with a controlled manner with this flow control valve, so that the speed reduction will be very smooth and there won't be any breakage and loose winding. So whenever you switch off the power, the delta connector loses power, then the solenoid 3 also will get off and the air from the cylinder released outside, the machine reaches to the minimum speed. So it is very simple to manage and use this pneumatic actuator. The input pressure needs to be 6 to 7 bar. Moisture free dryer is required, and solenoid coils needs very rarely plunger replacement, or in case of very old solenoid coil you may have to replace a solenoid coil. It is operating voltage is 220 volt AC. It is commonly available, and flow control valve also needs to be carefully adjusted for flow adjustment of the air. In case if you give much more pressure on this flow control valve or tighten using any mechanical means, then the nipple will get damaged and it will not control the air in a proper manner, and then it needs to be replaced. So be careful while adjusting the flow control valve. It needs to be smoothly adjusted, and once adjustment is done, then need to be tightened with this check nut. And all other things, the cotton fluff free maintenance is needed. Once in a while you please open this door and take out all the cotton accumulation inside and keep it clean, so that it will work for years. And it is very simple to manage and maintain also. We have provided a clear wiring diagram in our manual also, in case if you need any wiring details. Here it is properly given. Here phase is given to the common, and NO is taken to the solenoid coil 1 and 2, and solenoid coil 3 will get phase and neutral there itself in the box. So it is very simple electrical wiring and properly explained in our manual, and hope you can understand the working of our pneumatic actuator, and by using this you can able to manage yourself. Still, if you have any doubts, if you need any spares, we are happily available to support you. Thank you.